Now, as someone who's been watching anime since I can remember, I always found the characters, yes, the characters, the most interesting and fascinating part of the show. I mean, if you're watching an anime and the characters are just god-awful, I don't even know why you're watching it. I mean, what else you gonna watch the show for? The plot? But in all seriousness, I love when an anime has a great cast of characters. Characters you can resonate with, relate to, or just cool in general. But then there's the other side of characters. The degenerate, holeless, lame, bummy. There's a lot of things I want to say about these characters. These characters get no cool points for their actions in the series. They're just lame. So we're gonna start the list off with characters, that I kind of just disliked, that I thought was lame, and then, further we go on, the characters that I just absolutely hate. Now, I actually just got into Black Clover, so I guess it's gonna pain me to say there's already a character I don't like, and he will unfortunately be a part of the main cast, and I'll have to be my guy Gauche. Now, my first problem with him, every time he talks about his sister, he has a nosebleed. And I do understand the nosebleed aspect of it, but we're just not gonna mention that's his sister. I don't really know. I don't think this is explained why they decided to do this. Cause it's an anime trope. Nosebleed. Hot girl, nosebleed. Yeah, we all know that. But that's his sister. But overlooking that, he's just a selfish and lame character that just really does nothing for me. I just don't like him, bro. Now that I talked about a character, I thought was kind of lame, let me get into a character I absolutely hate. This character was about that absolute of justice. Every and anything was getting swatted in the name of the law, and their head was so far up their dog's ass to even realize there ain't no justice getting done. And I'm not even talking about a kainu. Take a kainu, make them into a female, and make them even worse. Bro, she was the definition of doing it for the love of the game the whole show, even up until her death. Now, the first example of this is when she went up against Shell and Mine. Now, the first problem with Shiryu, bro, she's working for crooks anyway, and with this absolute justice persona she be putting on, she doesn't even know or want to believe the people she's even working with are crooks in their own right. She don't even care. Don't even get me started on that little dog, bro. What she did to Shell, bro, has to be studied, bro. Like, that was the saddest death in the show, bro, outside the main character. But bro, what? She got all this absolute justice and she out here sneaking people with mouth pistols. Like, where? There's no honor in that. Like, bro, it's just tragic. But at least, she has conviction and she's an interesting antagonist or whatever. But bro, she's just so lame. And her motive is just so lame, bro. I can't get behind that, man. Let's just move on to the next characters, bro. Now, One Piece has a lot of characters, a lot of good, a lot of bad, and most importantly, a lot of lame and annoying characters in it. And it's really sad to say that one of the Straw Hats have the lamest crew member I have ever seen in the show, man. I can't even think of a pirate crew that has a lamer member than Usopp. See, when I first started watching One Piece, I did not like Usopp at all. He grew on me a little bit, but at the end of the day, he's still lame. In a show where everybody using hockey-infused swords, guns, knives, devil fruit abilities, this man pulling out the boomerang and slingshot, bro. Get that out of here, bro. Nobody trying to see that. This man got the special beam cannon, the special Vine tree, all these lame abilities that don't be doing nothing for the team because he's the first one to be out of there when push comes to shove anyway. This man don't even own a sniper rifle. He owns a bunch of foolishness. And I get it. That's the writing of his character. He's supposed to be flawed because, he a straw hat and we accept him for who he is. But man, I'm gonna keep it a stack. This boy lame, bro. Ain't nobody bro. Give me Van Auger, bro. Bro. There's so many better snipers in the show, bro. Usopp's not even top 10. And this man is in the end game of One Piece, bringing nothing to the table. If this man doesn't do anything in a motherfucking giant town, Elbath, yeah, I'm gonna have to drop that boy. I think we're gonna have to let it go, Angola. Leading into our next One Piece character, Spandam, however you say this man's name. Despite getting his kicks from beating women that are tied up, he's also just a lame character, except he's a villain and he's literally weaker than a base marine. How are you weaker than a base marine? I don't even remember how he got into this position of power. Why did Akiji give him the buster call? This man is lame for this. Man, side note, I know Akiji has to regret this decision, bro. Since he joined a whole new, he turned over a new leaf and joined a whole new pirate crew. But no one should be dumb enough to call a buster call on the Blackbeard pirates. But just look at him, bro. He would do that. Not to mention, this man out here playing with Robin's PTSD at a buster call. I'm like, this boy is so lame, bro. But every time that boy Rob Lucci showed his face on screen, I was like, oh my god, that was definitely the saving grace of the arc. But anyway, yeah, those are the lamest characters. Go away.